There's a whole lot of podcasting going on, but ain't none like this one, though. Hey! Get out your feelings. Hey! Come on. Like my page, like my style, like my flame. Get out your feelings. Hey! Like my page, like my style, like my flame. Get out your feelings. Hey! Yo, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Scott Simpkins, aka Simp7, and welcome to another episode of Get Out Your Feelings Sports Podcast. I'm your host. I'm the proprietor, like Shannon Sharp be saying. Listen, guys, thank y'all so much for rocking with your boy. I cannot do this without you. I don't take this for granted. When I do my stand-up comedy and I do my shows and I travel, I always thank the audience because without them, I can't tell jokes to nobody. Without you guys, I can't talk to anyone, even show videos, even have the audience that we have and grow this podcast channel. Thank you all for making this number one. It will be number one someday. No matter what some of y'all have said in the comments to be nasty and to be jerks, it's going to be number one because I ain't got to cuss nobody. I ain't got to do none of that stuff. We just talk sports, talk facts, and a few opinions to make sure that we get some good content out there and to give you guys a voice and myself a voice, okay? So let's have some fun today. Let's talk some facts and let's get into this story about Candace Parker and what she had to say about our Bayou Barbie, Angel Reese. But before we do that, I want to give a shout out to my boy, the Jersey Dude. Get your authentic NBA or WNBA or NFL, whatever jersey you want. This is my Kobe Bryant jersey that I got from him a couple years ago. And my Kobe Bryant hat, this is all authentic. It is not stolen. His stuff is legit. Go to his social media page, give him a call, inbox him, DM him, and get you a jersey and support the man's business. The Jersey Dude. He lives right here in Lakeland, Florida, and his stuff is not stolen. It is all legit. He's a hardworking black man trying to make some money and doing his thing. Support him. Please call and go to the Jersey Dude, my man, James Harrison. All right. God bless y'all. Appreciate y'all. Now, today's episode is about what Candace Parker had to say about Angel Reese. Now, if you don't know who Candace Parker is, Candace Parker, I'm a man. I'm a man first, okay? But God made me a man. Yes, I'm saved and sanctified, Holy Ghost filled and all like that, but I got eyes, all right? Candace Parker is one of the most finest mamma jammers in the world. One of the finest basketball players that ever touched the court. And if you look at this video right here, man, she is diabolically fine. Don't make no goddamn sense. Now that I got that out the way. All right. Candace Parker is a two-time MVP. She's a seven-time All-Star. She's a 2013 MVP, and she's a two-time champion. She played with the LA Sparks, and she played with the Chicago Sky. She's won a championship with both, and hey, she's a Hall of Famer. Can't do it. I mean, you can't put her down. Her G14 classification, as Shaq said, is solid, is valid. She can say whatever she want to say. But some things that players do when they are being overlooked, they feel disrespected, or they have records that are being broken, or they have a player that's coming behind them in the same organization, they might get a little jealous. They might have some things to say about that player. And she had things to say about one Angel Reese. And of course, those who love Angel Reese, some of us can be biased, right? Because we see things through a one-way lens. But those of us who actually play the game, like myself, who coach the game, like myself, those who just love watching the game, and you don't have to play the game to actually know the game. You can sit down and actually figure out the game yourself and watching TV or going on YouTube, or actually going out and playing in rec leagues, and you can figure out some things, you know what I'm saying, about the game. So a lot of us on here do know about the game. And we are disappointed in what Candace Parker had to say about Angel Reese, because it seems like it's coming from a place that's unnecessary. When you praise one player, as Caitlin Clark, who is known for shooting the three ball and do it extremely well at a high level, you can't put that up there because it's exciting to see and then lower what Angel Reese does because she does the dirty work for her team. But yet Angel Reese last night, even on a quote unquote bad night so far as efficiency wise, still put up 22 points and 13 rebounds. Now, Candace Parker's stats, I'm going to call those out first before I go here. She played 410 games, 16 points per game, 8.5 rebounds, and 4 assists, right? All right, now keep that in mind what I just said. 410 games, 16 points per game, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists per game. All right, now let's go here. Now, these videos might stir you up, but I want you to get your coffee, get your bag of chips or donut, whatever you're gonna have today. What is 12:31 on my side, so it might be lunchtime where you at. So get some greens, ribs, and a hot dog or whatever you want to eat, and sit down and watch these next 2 minutes. And we're gonna come back and break down what Candace Parker had to say from the first time she brought up Angel Reese until the last part, which was yesterday when she brought up Angel Reese on a podcast with her and Aaliyah Boston. Okay, check it out.
You had comments on Angel Reese and it went viral. People were saying, oh, you're an Angel Reese hater.
They asked me my opinion on player tiers, and my thing is then if you bring something to the argument, bring something else. Can she get to player A or player S or whatever? Yes, she can. Yes. Right now, I don't know if she's alongside those players in B's, and you're measuring her against players that have been in the league for years.
Right.
And so I think that, you know, I've faced it on the men's side when people attack you for what you look like or who you are. That's usually not coming with a solid argument. And so I'm willing to debate. I love it. Tell me I'm wrong, but bring facts to the table. And so that's the biggest thing. There's no hate on Angel Reese. I love her. She plays for the Chicago Sky. I saw her at my jersey retirement versus LA. So it's nothing like that. But I think it's so interesting in this female space, the need to have to explain some of these things like that you don't see where, you know, we worked with the guys at Turner where they come on and they say stuff that's just so outlandish. I will never attack anybody's character. I will never attack who they are ever. And I just hope that others will do
What's
the
up,
same.
fam? Candace Parker here. I'm gonna do a tier ranking of WNBA players. I'm gonna try. A'ja Wilson, reigning MVP, couple Defensive Player of the Year, 2 championships. If there was something higher than S, I would definitely put her up there. But Nafisa Collier, she's up there with top tier with A'ja. Just her ability to play on both sides of the ball, pump fake, she's gonna make you choose wrong. I know you guys are gonna say I'm biased because I'm putting all 4s at the S, but the 4s run the league. Don't ever forget that. Brianna Stewart, the versatility, reigning champion from last year. She's got 3 of them things. I don't think there's any debate with that. This is where it gets tricky. Caitlin Clark is at an A level. I think in time she's gonna raise up to that S, but in order to put her at that level, she's gotta have a couple more years. So I'll put Kelsey Plum at the A level. 2-time champ, now took on the challenge to be #1 option in LA. I would say KP is definitely in that tier. I would love to put Sabrina Ionescu in that A range. She got that elusive championship. She's one of the best shooters in the WNBA, if not the best shooter in the WNBA. Then we got the B squad. Arike Ogunbowale. We always know she's a matchup nightmare. Paige Beckers, I can't put her above the Sabrinas and the KPs and the Caitlin Clarks, but I can put her at that B level. The more Arike and her play together, the better they're gonna make one another. And Cameron Brink, I think, is, you know, the unknown. So I put Cameron Brink on the C level, I think, just in terms of her kind of showing glimpses of what she's capable of. I think WNBA, with the space and her length and versatility, she's going to be able to have an impact on the defensive end immediately. Then you got Angel Reese. I put her right at that C level. I think in terms of B and above, you have to be able to have the ability to carry a team, be a 1 or 2 option. I think Angel Reese is fantastic at her role, which is offensive rebounding. She showed and demonstrated so much growth in that first year. I think that this is my tier. I've had 5 minutes to think about this, so all of you all that are gonna go home and write a biography on how wrong this is, you guys can kick rocks. Signing off.
So I ask again, are you tanking Angel above Paige? Are you taking Angel above Arike? Are you taking Angel above Sabrina or Kelsey or Caitlin or Asia or Nafisa or Brianna? No, that does not make her a bad player. That does not make me a hater. Do I think she could be up there? Yes. Do I think she can be at S eventually in her career and her evolution and what she's added to her game from her rookie season to now? Absolutely. Is she there now? No. And this is in no way, shape, or form hating.
All right. You heard it from her own mouth. You heard what she had to say. And we're going to go ahead and break this down. Right now, a lot of people have said that she had a valid point. A lot of people said that they have no problem with what she said because she has G14 classification. And others have said that she's hating. Others have said that she's jealous. And others have said it was very unnecessary. It was unnecessary. One. Number two, you have to look at Angel Reese from both lenses. She's just not a rebounder. Let's put that out there. She's just not a rebounder. Her scoring has went up, although we knew that she was a scorer. Because in college, she averaged 24 points per game when they won the championship, and she averaged 18 the next year, trying to go for back-to-back championships, right? But she had an injury, and that kept them out of the championship game when they played against Caitlin Clark because she was balling during that game, right? So she comes to the W, and the first year she averaged 12 and 12, or either 14 and 12, and this year started off kind of rough. But she has picked it up the last 15 games and has been balling out of her rabbit mind, yo. So I don't know if Candace was just looking at those first few games and said, this is who she is. This is what she had the second year. But you can't do that. I hope that she didn't stop right there. So as the game's going on, Angel Reese has been balling out of her rabbit mind. We don't even have to put up the stats. All of us have watched the games. Even the haters are like, you saw the games, you saw what Angel Reese has been doing, but you try to find things to hate on her anyway. Just like this new thing y'all got to y'all make 1,400 in a week. I made 1,400 in 7 days. Man, I can't even find a video where the girl said that. You guys will make up anything to try to bash her. But enough about the haters. Now, one hater, who is Candace Parker, did a tier, right? And we saw where she put Angel Reese. But here's the thing with the tier, Candace Parker. How do you put a player that got injured last year and missed the whole season almost and said she's right here, and Angel Reese is a C? How can you put a player that just got into the league this year, has missed time due to injuries and resting, and put her right here and then put Angel Reese right here? I don't understand that. That's where we have the problem. Now, in my opinion, my humble opinion, Angel Reese is a top B. Bottom line. She's a top B. Okay? That's what Angel Reese is to me. She's a top B player. She's a top of the line player. Angel Reese is almost to that A level once she get the turnovers under control. That's what I believe is holding her back. So Angel Reese is not a C-level player. She's a B. And it just seemed like the way how she's being creeped by Candace Parker is coming after breaking her records. Now, as we saw when the Chicago Sky put a spanking on the LA Sparks in front of Candace Parker when she was having her jersey retired that night from the Chicago Sky, right? Angel Reese went off. She went off. Look at the highlights here. Angel Reese put on a show. She went off. She didn't care if Candace Parker was in the stands or not. She made up in her mind, this night, I'm going to ball out. And Angel Reese was going behind the back, looking in the camera, letting them know she was here, saying you too small. She was pumped up, and she's like that all the time. She wasn't just because Candace Parker was out there, but she's like this all the time. She had 24 points, 16 rebounds, and 7 assists. Almost had another triple-double right there. She went out there and balled. But here's something that a lot of people did not get a chance to see because you might have turned the TV off. You might have changed from YouTube and went to something else. But Angel Reese made it her business, even after what Candace Parker said the first time, made it her business to go to her and give her a hug because she was excited about seeing her. She was happy that she was there. And she wanted to let her know that I love you, right? I appreciate the game that you played. I'm happy that you're here, and I just flat out love you. And they hugged, right? Now, I saw one guy say that, it looked like Candace Parker didn't want to have nothing to do with that. That's not what I saw. You don't even see anything like that from Candace Parker. They hugged, they kissed, and they said something to each other before Angel Reese ran off, holding up the W because they won. Now, that night was a special night because not only did they win, but she set another record and actually passed Candace Parker. She's now she was 10th all time, so she moved above Candace Parker, become 10th all time. Now she's up there now, of course, continue to do what she does. So you can see some reason why Candace Parker might be jealous a little bit. You balled out on my night, you broke my record on my night, and you did it right in front of me. But I don't understand why Angel Reese continues to be in her mouth. That's the part that I'm kind of having trouble with. Everybody seemed like from RG3, from the white critics on there with their podcast and all, somebody always got to have something to say about Angel Reese every time. Doesn't make any sense. The girl wakes up every day. We wake up and we see it on social media every day. Somebody is misquoting her. Somebody's making up something that she never said. I'm still seeing the post about her saying that she patterns her game after Michael Jordan. That girl never said anything like that. All this stuff that you guys are saying are false. The lies, the pictures and all like that, changing her face and this, that, and other, it's not phasing her. She already made up and got money from the Me Bounds and made her own apparel. So it's like, it needs to stop. But it's not stopping. Even when we could have sworn that after balling out like she does, all the hatred, all the bismol would stop. But it hasn't. All it took was from a little play thing that her and Paige Beckers were doing in the All-Star game, and she missed the ball and grabbed her hair. Oh, now it just put the internet back on fire. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at that, or whatever like that. It just don't make any daggone sense. Leave the girl alone. She's balling. Last night was not her best game, but she still put up 22 points and 13 rebounds. And the game almost was in our hands, but we do not have a point guard. But in the fact of Candace Parker, Candace, we love you. We appreciate what you did for the Chicago Sky and the LA Sparks. We appreciate what you did for women's basketball. We appreciate what you did. We love what you've done. We have not forgotten you. How can somebody forget a face like that? I mean, really, how can somebody forget balling out like that? How can somebody forget that you won a championship and dedicated to Pat? And you started crying. We all love Pat. We miss Pat. Pat is proud of you wherever she is, heaven or wherever. She is proud of you. We are proud of you. But you also can be proud of a young lady that is going through racism, that is still balling her butt off in spite of the racism, in spite of the horrible critiques that people are giving her. I mean, she's still balling. And not only that, she's marketing as a business as well. Just like what Ice Cube said the other day. Oh, well, we couldn't make the same offer to her. Why not? She's marketable. She's very marketable, and she's proven that. So the thing about it is that we don't hate literally you. It's just what you said. Candace Parker said a lot of stuff, man. And the thing about it is now you go on a podcast out of the blue. It seemed like after what you said about her being a C player or whatever like that, a C tier, looked like all that would have stopped. But this is why we call you a hater now. Tupac had a song that said, wonder why they call you. Wonder why they call you. Y'all can put it in the comments. Y'all can sing it. I love you like a sister, but you died too quick. And that's why they call you. I bet you. This is why we call you hater, Candace. Yesterday you was on the podcast with Aaliyah Boston. We all know who Aaliyah Boston is. She played for Don Staley, won a couple titles, and now she's with Caitlin Clark on The Fever. Now, before Caitlin got there, Aaliyah was doing okay, but she wasn't putting up the numbers she's putting up this year. She wasn't doing it. So I don't even understand why you chose Aaliyah Boston. We never seen you guys have a relationship on the court or outside of the court. So this is kind of weird that you would choose a player that plays with Caitlin Clark and then sit down and talk about Angel Reese.
I in no way, shape, or form am a hater. What player are you taking Angel Reese over of those that I just listed?
Guess we'll wait for their response.
Now check this out when a user shows a comparison to when she talks about Caitlin Clark versus when she talks about Angel Reese. Huge difference, right? Look at this.
You got your job, you got your podcast, leave my Angel Reese alone. I'm the one calling her and telling her not to respond. Fucking stop it. That's the last time. Okay?
It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to the fan base. It's just like, what are you doing? What's the purpose? It seemed like anybody, not including myself, but I'm a real Angel Reese fan for quite some time. So we are doing these videos to get content, to gain followers and all like that. But this is for positivity right here. This is for Angel Reese. This is positively up in this mamma jamma. That's what this is over here. And thank y'all for subscribing and tuning in. But on her side, you got this girl name in your mouth again. You claim you're not a hater. You claim that everybody's wrong about what you're saying about her, but yet you come here that you didn't even have to say anything about it at all. You go with Angel Boston and Aaliyah Boston, and you call out and say, "Hey, look, you don't care what nobody got to say," and then you say what you said about Angel Reese again. Who would we choose? Who? What? How did you put it? She said, "Who would you replace for Angel Reese?" Now, the whole DVD, the whole podcast didn't drop yet, but that part was put out for what? You knew it was going to spark something. You knew something was going to spark. You knew a conversation was going to be had from different podcasters. You knew exactly what you was doing. So you're using her name to gain followers. A player that is passing your style, passing your records, and you're using her name to get you followers and everything. And I'm kind of surprised that Aaliyah Boston's supposed to be a Christian and everything like that, but the way she acts on the court sometimes, along with Caitlin Clark, that ain't God, baby. That ain't Jesus. Take me a little sip of coffee on that. It's just weird to us that you're doing this. Who would we take? Or who will we replace for Angel Reese? It's a lot of players that we would. Angel Reese is not only a defender, she's an offensive scorer. Of course, she's a rebounder, and now her assist is up there. Now, of course, it came with turnovers because she's not a true point guard. And also, too, the players on the Chicago Sky don't move around that well to get open lanes to pass the ball, so you have to force things sometimes. Now, that's not an excuse to say the turnovers are good. No, the turnovers are bad. But her assist has risen. Playing the 0.4 is amazing. And she's doing it in a wonderful style, and all the moves that she's unlocking this year, right in front of your face. And you're saying she's a C player. You're saying who will we use her to replace? It's a lot of players that was on the All-Star team that she definitely should have had a nod over. So I don't understand where this is coming from and why you're doing this. Candace, let's not forget, baby, you only had 16 points for your career. It's not like you was out there doing anything that we have never seen before, although we love you now. If you see this, don't come for me now. But anyway, it's not like you was doing something that's never been seen. Shamika Holdsclaw was one of the baddest players ever to grace the court. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got critiqued and you didn't like it. So you turn around and do the same thing to Angel Reese. For what? She is a wonderful player. She's a wonderful player and a wonderful person. In spite of what people try, it's basketball, first of all. You're going to have an attitude. You're going to play hard. You're going to talk trash. It's basketball. All of us do it. If I get off this video right now and go play ball in the street with my sons or kids from school, or however, my homeboys, it's going to be some trash talked on that court, and I'm going to try to win. I'm not going to try to let you win. You got to actually beat me so you can talk trash. You know what I'm saying? So basketball is a game that's played with trash talk. So you guys call her names and say a lot of things about her and try to dimmy down her personality because she talked trash on the court. That don't even make sense. And even what Corey Holcomb said when Shaq defended her, to my man, Angel Reese ain't no angel now. She ain't no angel. Well, Corey, what did Angel actually do for you to say that? Did she shoot anybody? Did she steal somebody's belongings? What did she do? She haven't done a thing. She haven't done anything wrong, committed no crimes. She stays out of trouble. She blessed her mom with a house, retired her mother, you know what I'm saying, showing little black girls on how to be a queen and a boss lady, so far as, business-wise and all like that, putting her money where her business and her future is. But she ain't no angel. She ain't no angel. Man, look, continue to beat up on Aries Spears, bro. That's what you do. You stay over in your lane because basketball, WNBA is just not it. Stay over there. But everything Angel has done, she always had something great and good to say about Candace Parker. Have no idea. Granted, everybody is entitled to their own opinion. Everybody is. You can have your own opinion. But why keep continuing to say the same thing? And then you backtrack and say that you love Angel Reese. You're not a hater of her. So you don't know where it's coming from. Where it's coming from is because you continue to talk about her and then backtrack again. You talk about her and then you backtrack some more. Why? And I know some of you in the comments think that we're being biased, but no, you see how Angel Reese is playing. You see the growth. You see when Lisa Leslie, who loves Angel Reese, and critiqued her and said, this is what I want you to work on, and this is what you need to work on, but actually said it and went and helped her by getting on the court with her and showing her how to do it. I was a witness of that in Miami at Unrivaled. I saw it. I was there. It was wonderful. So when a person critiques somebody, be the one to go help somebody. Candace, you have an offer to helping hand to make her get better in your eyes. You have an offer to helping hand to make her be a better leader on the team. You have an offer to helping hand to help her do anything. You just didn't. All you're doing is sitting on different podcasts talking about the girl. And that's why we call you a hater. That's why we call you a hater. So if you don't want to be called a hater no more, say something good about it and walk away. When somebody asks you about Angel Reese on podcast and what you think, just go ahead and walk away because it's not your job anymore. And to even hear you say how the crew that you work with on in the NBA, the things that they say, man, you better be thankful that they even allowed you on that. You better be thankful that Kenny, Charles, Shaq, and D-Wade and all them boys, that they allowed you on there. You know what I'm saying? They can say what they want to say. They have championship rings and they know what they're looking at. You know what I'm saying? So, like, how dare you even say anything like that? It just seems like it's something bitter in you that you feel like you're valid to say the things that you're saying. I don't understand that. I never heard you get bashed. You are a great player. We love you. We support you and all like that, but you just can't bother Angel Reese like that because she haven't done anything to you. And she's out there proving herself in front of the haters, in front of everybody that's valid, that's saying that they can do whatever they want to do because they're Caitlin Clark fans and all that racist crap that she's going through. Angel Reese is a winner. And she's going to continue to be a winner. Until Jeff P. open his eyes and bring the right players in, you're going to see another championship ring on that girl finger, man. And it just might be more than you. But that's all I got, guys. That's everything I got to say about this. It's my only time talking about it. I'm waiting on my girl to come back, Miss K, you know what I'm saying, to get back on. I know she's been working a lot, but that's my co-host there. But I really appreciate you guys for leaving your comments and all. I do try to respond to everybody. Sometimes I get a little lengthy, but I do try to respond. But make sure you like, comment, and share this content and put it out there so we can continue to grow and grow this family because I'm your boy, you my homegirl, I'm your homeboy. Hey, we family. Y'all stay tuned. This is Get Out Your Feelings Sports Podcast. I'm Scott Simpkins. Dudes. There's a whole lot of podcasting going on, but ain't none like this one, though. Hey, get out your feelings. Hey, come on. Like my page, like my style, like my flame. Get out your feelings. Hey. Like my page, like my style, like my flame. Get out your feelings.